Brexit supporters have hit back against claims Britain's exit from the European Union left the UK weaker, poorer and more isolated. The assertion was made in response to far-right French presidential election candidate Marine Le Pen saying she wanted to create a sovereign France after making it through to the runoff on April 24. Writer Mary Riddle tweeted, "Beware, French voters, of the sovereign France promised by the far-right's Marine Le Pen." Ask yourselves whether Brexit has brought a single advantage. The answer is no. The UK is weaker, poorer and more isolated. You already have sovereignty. So did we. The tweet caused a Twitter storm as Brexiteers rushed to defend Brexit Britain. Bruce Crutchley, mimicking the original tweet, countered, "Rejoice, French voters, of the sovereign France promised by Marine Le Pen." Ask yourselves whether Brexit has brought a single advantage. The answer is yes. The UK is stronger, richer and more global. You don't already have sovereignty. So get it. Fellow Twitter user Monica455792 replied to Ms. Riddle's tweet, "It is not true. The war in Ukraine showed that UK is independent and can provide unlimited help to Ukraine without awaiting any decision from EU. Just compare FR and UK actions." Nick Millward tweeted, "Really? Anyone looking remotely objectively at the UK's role in Ukraine would describe the UK as being anything but isolated. Your anti-Brexit bias clearly precludes you from viewing the topic dispassionately." And anti-woke bloke01 chimed in, "I'm sure you're hanging on your every word. This relentless obsession with the EU is bewildering and unhealthy. Britain simply didn't want to be locked into an increasingly federal superstate. That's the start and end of the debate. Deal with it." A poll showed on Tuesday that Ms. Le Pen is closing the gap with President Emmanuel Macron ahead of the second round of the country's presidential election. The Opinion Wakia Partners poll published by Les Echos and Radio Classique showed Ms. Le Pen narrowing the gap by 1 point, although Mr. Macron would still win the runoff with 54% of the vote. Its turnout estimate further declined by 1% to 70%, down from 74.56% in 2017, which was already the lowest since 1969. Ms. Le Pen on Tuesday said she had no secret agenda for France to leave the European Union even if her attempts to reform the bloc fail. She told France Inter Radio, "I don't have a secret agenda." "I think a large majority of French people no longer want the European Union as it exists today, which is a European Union that functions in an absolutely undemocratic way, which advances by threat, by blackmail and which implements policies that are against the interests of the people." Ms. Le Pen ditched plans to haul France out of the EU, its free movement Schengen zone and the euro. However, she remains deeply Eurosceptic and says she would renegotiate the agreement on Schengen and increase the number of customs agents, reintroducing checks on goods entering France from other EU states. She insists the move would counter fraud, but analysts say it raises questions over friction-free trade within the EU's single market. Asked if she would leave the EU if all her attempts to reform the bloc fail, Ms. Le Pen replied, "Not at all." If pollsters predict a very tight runoff with 51% of the vote for Mr. Macron and 49% for Ms. Le Pen. However, the gap is so tight that victory either way is within the margin of error. Other pollsters have offered a slightly bigger margin for Mr. Macron, of up to 54%. After securing her place in the runoff, Ms. Le Pen said on Sunday, "I have stayed loyal and respectful of others so that we can create a sovereign France, and I believe this can happen on April 24. I will be the president of all the French people if I am given that honor."